Hi, my name is Robin Wong. I'm a photographer based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I have with me the 7Artisans 18mm F5.6 lens. I want to talk about my experience using this lens in this video. Let's do this! Before we start, here are some important disclaimers. I have no connection or affiliation with 7Artisans. They did contact me and they sent me their 18mm F5.6 lens, and I don't get to keep the lens after my review. However, I made it very clear to 7Artisans from the start that I'll be 100% honest in making my review of this lens. I'm sure some of you will say, "Hey Robin, this 7Artisans 18 F5.6 is a manual focusing lens. Didn't you say in the past that no autofocus, no go for Robin?" Well, that is still largely true. I do make some exceptions from time to time, especially for some special cases. This is an ultra wide angle lens in a pancake design for a full frame camera, and it's priced at only $89 US. It's such a low budget price point. I was genuinely curious to see whether this lens is any good at all. So I brought this lens out for some testing. I mounted it on my Nikon Z5, and let's take a look at some sample photographs first. I really love the design of this 7Artisans 18 F5.6 lens. It is in all black, it looks so sleek, and it matches the design of my Nikon Z5 camera very well. I also love how small and how compact the lens is. This is a true slim pancake design, and yet it covers the entire image circle of a full frame image sensor. The lens is very light, it weighs only 146 grams. It's like you're attaching nothing at all in front of this Nikon Z5. The lens construction is excellent. The build quality is amazing. The lens barrel is made of full metal construction. It feels very solid, very reassuring. There are no creaky parts. It doesn't feel like you're using a cheap lens at all. There is only one control of the lens, which is the manual focusing ring. And the ring is very smooth to operate. It's very easy to get to the zone in focus. Now, do bear in mind that this lens has a fixed aperture of f5.6, meaning that you cannot go wider or narrower. You cannot stop down the aperture to f8 or f11. I can see how this can be limiting in some shooting situations, but that's perfectly fine for me because this is a budget lens. It is so small, so tiny, so I'm okay with the fixed f5.6 aperture. But I'm curious to see how this lens performs, what kind of image quality we can get out of this lens. But before we do that, let's take a look at more sample photographs. When it comes to lens construction, 7Artisans claims the use of 7 elements in 5 groups. Looking at the results coming out from this lens, I'm actually very pleased and satisfied with the image quality. Center sharpness of this lens is excellent. The lens manages to resolve plenty of fine details, very good contrast. The sharpness overall is very good. Images come out really punchy. There is a sense of realism to it. I'm also very impressed with how this lens, it handles chromatic aberration. I couldn't see any traces of purple fringing in any parts of the image. This is thanks to the use of the extra low dispersion element in the lens. Also, the lens is not really a bright lens. lens. This is an f5.6 lens, so chromatic aberration, no problem whatsoever. I'm also very happy to see that this lens, it can handle flare and ghosting very well. Shooting against strong sources of light, yes, there is some flare, some ghosting, a little bit of haze, but it's not too severe, it's not a deal breaker. I've seen worse performance in more expensive lenses. This 7Artisans 18 f5.6 being a budget lens, I do expect some compromises and encountering some issues using this lens. Number one, heavy distortion. Now here's the funny thing. Typically, I'll expect that when I use an ultra wide angle lens, I'll get barrel distortion, meaning that the lines at the sides will bulge out of the frame. But that's not the case with this lens. We do get pin cushion distortion instead, meaning that the lines actually curve inward. This is really strange. I've never encountered this before in any other wide-angle lenses I've used in my life, which makes it even harder to correct in post-processing. Number two, corner softness. Yes, we do get very poor performance as we move away from the center towards the edge and the extreme corners. The images, the quality is just so bad, you don't really want to look at them. And finally, number three, heavy vignetting at the corners. You can see heavy shading is darker at the corners. It gets to a point where I don't think you can correct this at all in post-processing. It just changes the tones, the colors, the contrast of the corners. So if corner performance is important to you, you want edge-to-edge uniformity, you want your images to be sharp corner to corner with no vignetting or minimal vignetting, then this perhaps is not the lens for you. Let me be clear to say that this is not the lens to be used in a professional and serious shooting environment. However, as a casual, fun shooting lens, this 7Artisans 18 f5.6 is such a joy to use. Not only that it is so tiny, it is so fun size. It's a pancake design lens, right? And it's so easy to use as well. You just set the focusing to infinity, anything from 1 meter and beyond, just snap, snap, snap. Don't have to worry about anything is in focus or not. But the lens can deliver fantastic results. Yes, the images, they are not exactly professional grade. You don't get corner to corner sharpness. You do have some heavy vignetting. You do have some problems there and here like pin cushion distortion, which is really weird. But those are non-deal breakers because this is a budget lens, and for a fun, cheap lens, you do get a lot out of this 7Artisans 18 f5.6. That's all I have to share about this 7Artisans 18 f5.6. If you found my mini review useful, if you've enjoyed looking at my photographs, please consider buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal, or you can join as a member on this channel. All links in the description below on how you can do that. Any contribution or any support will go a long way. It will definitely encourage me to create more content and share as much as I can here with you guys. Until the next one, please go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye.